Hey everyone, this is Andrew with Prize Box Productions, and welcome to yet another weird YouTube expedition. So, in this video, which was once again suggested by Ben Schill, we'll be looking at the video, The Strange Story, The Death of Elisa Lam. I've heard a little about what happened. I know she was found dead in a hotel, but I don't remember exactly all of the details. So maybe this video will shed a little light on it. So, and maybe we'll find out some new stuff that we haven't known before, because I am going to try to do more research at the end of this, as always. So, let's get to the video.
2013, 21-year-old
Okay, so
Canadian
2013, that
college
was only
student
like
Elisa Lam went
3 years
missing
ago,
while
actually.
visiting Los
I thought it
Angeles,
was like
California.
further back.
She was last seen on January 3rd in the Cecil Hotel, a place that has been notorious for its affiliation with murder for decades.
Seriously?
For example,
So this hotel is very likely to just be haunted by virtue, isn't it?
1947, 22-year-old actress Elizabeth Short was found dead on the grass near a playground in the area, her body cut in half and drained of blood with precision. The case of Black Dahlia became known as Hollywood's most famous murder case, as police could never pinpoint a true suspect,
So
and
almost
Short was
90
reportedly
years.
last seen alive at the Cecil Hotel. In 1964, a room in the same hotel was also the location of the brutal murder of the Pigeon Lady of Pershing Square.
Like I said before, I heard a little about this, but I didn't know the hotel was just a magnet for murder. I actually didn't know that. Jeez. I mean, this is worse than I was expecting.
Multiple serial killers have even resided at the Cecil while they were active killers, including the Night Stalker Richard Ramirez.
Oh.
But back to the story. Elisa Lam was reported missing by her parents on January 31st, the day she was supposed to check out of the Cecil. Police began conducting an extensive search of the hotel, but initially found no leads. Flyers with her photo were soon posted all over the neighborhood and online, bringing the case to public attention. After another week without Lam being found, the LAPD released a video of her last sighting as taken by a video surveillance cam in one of the elevators in the Cecil Hotel. And the footage was no less than chilling. Elisa is seen looking outside the elevator and jumping back in multiple times, as if she was playing some kind of hide-and-seek game and trying to hide from somebody. She then proceeds to make incredibly strange hand gestures, as if she is trying to feel something that isn't there.
Okay, that is really strange, actually.
The elevator was obviously malfunctioning.
Why isn't the door
this
closed?
certainly would not have
Yeah, he just said the elevator's malfunction, but that's something I just noticed. The door doesn't close once. I mean, the door has been open this whole time, and she wasn't holding down the door open button. It was just there, open this whole time. Even when she was outside the elevator, it was open. She wasn't like standing in the doorway or anything for the sensors to activate to keep it open.
accounted for the bizarre behavior that Elisa exhibited. The unsettling footage quickly went viral and drew worldwide interest as speculation ran rampant.
Well,
Several
it almost looks like
theories
she's
arose
saying
in attempts
something,
to
almost.
explain Lam's strange behavior, including the idea of a demonic possession, noting the hotel's sinister past. Another theory was that she was playing the elevator game, a supposed way to travel to and from another dimension. Others believe she was trying to escape from a killer in pursuit. Soon enough, guests at the hotel began to complain about low water pressure in their rooms. Some also claimed to hotel management that the water was oddly colored and gave off a strange smell. The problem was investigated, and sure enough, Elisa Lam's naked and partially decomposed body was found floating face up in one of the water tanks of the hotel on February 19th, nearly 7 weeks after her disappearance. Many guests at the Cecil left the hotel immediately, repulsed at the fact that they had unknowingly been drinking water contaminated by a decomposing human body. After multiple delays, the autopsy report wasn't released until June, 4 months after the body was found. Pathologists found no evidence of physical trauma, sexual assault, or that Lam had committed suicide.
So, she died by drowning, but no evidence of trauma, no drug or alcohol intoxication. She had a history of bipolar disorder, but I've never heard of this happening. This is highly unusual. Maybe the claims of demonic possession or that she's trying to escape from demonic possession are more viable, I guess. But of course, it's just speculation.
Toxicology tests also revealed no alcohol or recreational drugs in her system. The death was therefore reported to have been an accidental drowning, with Lam's
How do you
apparent
accidentally
bipolar
drown?
disorder as a factor contributing to, though not
How do you
immediate
accidentally drown in
cause
a
of her
water
death.
tank like that?
To add to the bizarreness of the case, hotel employees could not even offer an explanation as to how Lam got into the tank in the first place. Only hotel staff members have access to the roof via keys or passcode, and a forceful attempt would have triggered an alarm. Even once
The alarm
on
was
the
never
roof,
sounded.
it would have been very difficult for her to get inside of the tank by herself,
That's
since
just
all
what I
four
said.
tanks are 8 feet tall, protected by heavy lids and no fixed access, adding credence to the theory that a
And
killer
nobody
was
saw
involved
someone
in
getting up
Lam's
there?
death. Many agree that the bizarre circumstances of the case are eerily similar to plot elements from the 2005 horror film Dark Water. In the film, a mother and daughter move into an old apartment building that is said to be haunted.
They said it might have been a killer, but still, it still seems really unusually unlikely for that, even though that's a possibility. I mean, she got into the tank somehow, but at the same time, nobody noticed anything. Nobody noticed any of this happening on top of a building. And even then, I mean, you probably wouldn't be able to see it happening. But you're telling me that nobody in this hotel just saw somebody forcefully taking somebody to the top of the roof to throw her in the water tank?
A malfunctioning elevator and discolored water gushing from the faucets lead them to the water tank roof of the apartment, where they discover the body of a young girl who had been missing for over a year. 3 years later, the case of Elisa Lam continues to captivate crime and paranormal enthusiasts alike, as her bizarre death only seems to grow in mystery. It has already inspired the plots of multiple movies and TV shows, including Season 5 of American Horror Story, entitled Hotel. The Cecil itself has even since rebranded to the Stay on Main Hotel, but as for the case itself, it is still unknown as to who or what killed Elisa Lam back in 2013, and may always remain that way.
Well, now I know that I was mispronouncing her name, I guess. But this is a highly unusual case. I mean, she somehow got into a water tank that people normally couldn't access. In an area of the hotel, people normally can't access unless they're an employee. And she still somehow ended up in the water tank. And this was after this whole episode with the elevator. Now, what exactly is the elevator game? Alright, jump cut and we're going to figure this out. Alright, I'm back. So, I did find out about what the elevator game is. Apparently, it was a method of going to an elevator. It has to be at least 10 stories high, with an elevator that can go to every single one of those floors. And what's supposed to happen is that you're supposed to press the buttons in a certain order, and it'll take you to each floor. And then at one point you're supposed to end up in a sort of alternate reality of some kind, of which looks exactly the same, as the real world, except it's completely dark, and the only thing you can see in the distance is a red cross. I found this information on the ghostmachine.wordpress.com. By the way, I forgot to mention that first. On the side, but on the other side of that, we don't see her actually. We do see her actually in the video pressing the buttons in a certain order. And aside from that, aside from the elevator doors also don't close throughout the entire video until after she's long gone, which is highly unusual. And then you have the fact that you have a security camera, and this didn't come forward until a long time afterward for some reason. And now to the other topic, they said that she in the coroner's report that we saw in the video, it said that she had bipolar disorder. And I said that I've never heard of that happening before, but there is something similar to that I've just found, where people with bipolar disorder can sometimes lose touch with reality, and sometimes may develop characteristic psychotic symptoms during severe episodes of either mania or depression. So that's another possibility, but that still doesn't explain how she got onto a place that could only be accessed by employees, or how she managed to climb into a water storage tank on the roof that was 8 feet high. And there's too many unanswered questions with this one. I mean, theoretically, she could have just stacked stuff up there and somebody could have left the door open. That's a possibility. And she just jumped in and, well, she just couldn't get back out. Maybe it just locked behind her and then it just stayed shut. I mean, it seems like the likely possibility, at the very least. But other than that, the other explanations don't add up, as there were no witnesses to see any of the other things, like somebody controlling her or somebody threatening her and throwing her in there, and there was no signs of other trauma or alcohol intoxication or illicit drug use. Because like I said, because there were no witnesses, there's probably a very little chance that we're ever going to actually know what actually happened. So with that, I'm going to end this video here. So I want to thank Ben Schill for suggesting this video. It's really different from what I usually end up watching. And so be sure to check out my other videos, as well as Prizebox Productions' other videos, as well as our channel's Prizebox Gaming and Prizebox Reacts. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.